To even begin decentering work, we first have to go through two phases: realization and acknowledgement. Neither of them is fun. The realization phase is uncomfortable because you start seeing things you may have ignored for years. You realize that directly or indirectly you have sacrificed a lot just to get to a certain point in your career. And then one day you look around and wonder, was all of this actually worth it? Those realizations can be depressing, I agree. They can be demotivating. They can make you want to run straight back to the one thing that feels comfortable: work. Because once you see what you have lost along the way, your first instinct isn't usually to change. It's to distract yourself, work more, train harder, consume more content, stay busy enough that you don't have to think about it. At least that's what happened to me. The second phase is acknowledgement. So this is where you stop arguing with the realization and simply accept it. You have to say to yourself, okay, these are the patterns I have noticed, these are the things that matter to me, and these are the habits and mindsets I have developed over the years and that I want to change and move to the next step. You cannot undo the past. You have to accept that there is no Control plus Z button for life, unfortunately. But you can start unlearning. You can build new habits. You can develop a different relationship with work. But first, you have to acknowledge where you are and how you reached there. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel. I started it because I wanted to break that mindset in myself, and it's hard. It's very hard. Yesterday, all I wanted to do was delete this channel and pretend none of this ever happened. Talking about work is very easy, right? But talking about my own realizations, my mistakes, what I'm trying to unlearn, how I'm trying to decenter work, that's much harder. And still, I wanted to document this journey because I know I'm not the only millennial who has found themselves here. A lot of us were taught that if we just worked hard enough, achieved enough, climbed high enough, everything else would fall into place. And then one day we realize we have built a career, but we are not entirely sure who we are outside of it. That's why I keep talking about the losses that came with my career. Not because I regret my career, but because I think it's important to realize what it cost. And realization comes first, acknowledgement comes next, and only after that can we start making any visible changes. So tell me, have you had any realization recently that made you question how much of your identity is tied to your work?